The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. My precious, beloved child, I have been waiting for this exact moment, this very second, to speak directly into the core of your life. What you are about to receive is not just a collection of ordinary words. These are declarations straight from the throne room of heaven. They carry the power to transform every single area of your existence that has been marked by struggle, pain, and disappointment. Before another second passes, I need you to understand one thing clearly. I see you. I know exactly where you are right now. I know about the battles you have been fighting alone in the dark. I know about the tears you have cried when no one was watching. I know about the fears that grip your heart in the quiet moments when the distractions fade and you are left alone with your thoughts. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. There is no such thing as coincidence in my kingdom. I orchestrated every event that led you to this precise moment. The algorithm that suggested this video, the restlessness that kept you scrolling, the curiosity that made you click, the hunger in your spirit that made you stay. All of it was me drawing you here, because there is something I need to tell you, something you need to hear, something that is going to change the trajectory of your entire life. Do not leave before you hear what I have to say. I know why you are here. I know what you have been carrying. The weight that settles on your chest the moment you open your eyes in the morning. The anxiety that wraps around your thoughts like chains you cannot break. The fear that whispers you are running out of time, running out of options, running out of hope. You have been fighting battles that no one else can see. You have been holding yourself together while everything inside feels like it is falling apart. You have been wearing a mask that says, "I'm fine," when the truth is, you are barely surviving. You have been waking up tired even after sleeping, going to bed anxious even when the day went well, smiling in public while breaking in private, encouraging others while your own heart is desperate for encouragement. You have become an expert at hiding your pain, at managing your image, at keeping up appearances. But I see through all of it. I see the real you, not the version you show to the world, not the polished facade you present on social media, not the strong front you put on for your family. I see the person behind the mask, the one who is exhausted from pretending, the one who is tired of performing, the one who just wants to be known, to be seen, to be loved without having to earn it or maintain it or prove you deserve it. And I'm here to tell you something that is going to shift everything. You are known, completely known. There is not a single thought in your mind that I am not aware of, not a single fear in your heart that I have not seen, not a single tear you have cried that I have not collected, not a single moment of your life that has passed without my full attention. You are seen, not just noticed, not just observed from a distance, but truly seen. Seen with eyes that understand, seen with a gaze that does not judge, seen with attention that does not waver or fade or move on to something more interesting. And you are loved, not because of what you do, not because of how well you manage your life, not because you are good enough or strong enough or spiritual enough. You are loved because love is who I am, and you are mine. You did not earn this love. You cannot lose this love. This love is a fixed reality that existed before you were born and will continue after your last breath. I do not abandon what belongs to me. I do not give up on my children. I do not withdraw my presence when you fail. I am with you now. I have always been with you. I will always be with you. Nothing can separate you from this love. Not fear, not failure, not shame, not sin, not distance, not doubt, not depression, not demons, not death itself. You are mine, and I am never letting you go. You have been feeling invisible, like your voice doesn't matter, like your presence doesn't make a difference, like you could disappear and no one would notice. That's a lie, a strategic lie planted by an enemy who knows exactly what you are capable of and is terrified of what will happen when you step into your full identity.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. In that place, you are going to discover a peace that transcends understanding, a joy that is not dependent on circumstances, a strength that is not based on your own ability, a confidence that is not rooted in your own competence. You are going to discover what it means to abide, to remain connected to me, to draw your life from me, to let everything flow from intimacy with me. And as you learn to abide, you are going to find that the things you were striving for begin to come naturally. The things you were chasing begin to chase you. The things you were trying to make happen begin to happen on their own. Because fruitfulness is not the result of striving. Fruitfulness is the result of abiding, and I am teaching you to abide. Let me speak to your family for a moment, because I know they are on your heart. Your children, your spouse, your parents, your siblings, the ones who know me and the ones who do not, the ones who are thriving and the ones who are struggling, the ones who bring you joy and the ones who bring you pain. You carry them with you everywhere. You pray for them constantly. You worry about them in the quiet moments. You intercede for them even when they do not know it. And sometimes you feel like your prayers are not making any difference. Sometimes you wonder if I am even listening. Sometimes you're tempted to give up hope that anything will ever change. But let me tell you what I am doing in their lives. That child who has walked away from me, I am pursuing them. I have not given up. I have not stopped reaching for them. I am sending people across their path who will speak truth. I am arranging circumstances that will cause them to look up. I am whispering to them in dreams. I am drawing them back even as they run. They are not beyond my reach. They are not too far gone. They are not past the point of redemption. And you are going to see them come home. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not the way you expect. Maybe not according to your timeline, but they are coming back. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep holding on to hope for them, because I am working even when you cannot see it. I am moving even when they seem to be running in the opposite direction, and I am faithful to complete what I started in them. That spouse who does not understand you, I am softening their heart. I am opening their eyes to see you the way I see you. I am speaking to them in ways they can hear. I am working on issues in their life that have nothing to do with you, but everything to do with how they treat you. And there is coming a day when they will look at you with tenderness you have not seen in years, when they will value you in ways they have not, when they will pursue you the way you have been longing for, when they will appreciate what they have been taking for granted. Do not give up on them. Do not stop praying for them. Do not let bitterness take root. I have not given up on your marriage. I have not written off your relationship. I am working. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep loving even when it is not reciprocated. Because love never fails. And the love you are sowing right now is going to produce a harvest that you cannot yet see. That parent who wounded you, I am healing the damage they caused. I am teaching you to honor them without being destroyed by them. I am showing you how to love them from a healthy distance. I am giving you the grace to extend mercy without opening yourself up to be hurt again. And in my perfect timing, either they will change or you will be so whole that their rejection will have no power over you anymore. Either the relationship will be restored or you will have peace about the boundaries you have set. Trust me with that relationship. I know what I am doing. I know what you need. I know what is possible and what is not, and I will guide you through it with wisdom and grace. That sibling who is struggling, I am not done with them. What looks like destruction is actually me breaking up hard ground. What looks like failure is actually me removing what was built on a faulty foundation. What looks like a dead end is actually me redirecting them to the path they were always meant to walk. I am going to rebuild their life on solid rock, and you are going to see them rise from the ashes stronger than they were before. Keep praying, keep believing, keep holding on to hope for them, because I am working even when you cannot see it. I am moving even when they seem to be running in the opposite direction, and I am faithful to complete what I started in them. Your family is not beyond hope. Your family is not too far gone. Your family is not outside my reach. I am moving in their lives right now in ways you cannot see, in places you cannot go, through people you do not know. I am working, and you are going to see the fruit of your prayers. Maybe not in the way you expect, maybe not according to your timeline, but you will see it, because I am faithful and I keep my promises. So keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting, and do not let what you see in the natural realm shake what you know in the spirit. They are mine, and I do not give up on my children.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. Let me bring you back to something I mentioned earlier: identity. Because so much of your struggle is rooted in not knowing who you are. You have been defining yourself by your roles, your job, your relationships, your accomplishments, your failures, your mistakes, your successes. But those things are not who you are. They are what you do or what has happened to you. Who you are is something far deeper, far more permanent, far more glorious. You are my child. That is your identity. Not a servant working to earn my approval. Not a slave trying to avoid punishment. Not an employee hoping to keep your job. A child, a beloved son, a treasured daughter. And that identity does not change based on your performance. It does not fluctuate based on your mood. It does not disappear when you fail. It does not increase when you succeed. It is fixed. It is secure. It is eternal. And when you begin to live from that identity, when you stop trying to earn what you already have, everything changes. You stop striving and start resting. You stop performing and start abiding. You stop proving and start receiving. You stop hiding and start showing up as your true self. And in that place of authenticity, in that place of security, in that place of knowing who you are and whose you are, you discover the power, the peace, the purpose that has been inside you all along. Let me tell you who you are. You are chosen. Before the foundation of the world, I chose you. Not because you were qualified, not because you had potential, not because you had it all together, but because I wanted you. I looked across all of time and all of eternity, and I said, that one. I want that one. You are loved, not for what you do, not for how well you perform, not for how good you are, but because love is who I am and you are mine. My love for you is not a feeling that comes and goes. It is a commitment that never wavers. You are forgiven. Every mistake, every sin, every failure covered by the blood of my Son. Not partially forgiven, with a few things held against you. Completely forgiven, totally forgiven, forever forgiven. You are redeemed, bought back from the enemy's hands and brought into my family. Not on probation, not waiting to see if you will mess up again. Fully adopted, completely accepted, permanently placed in my household. You are free, no longer a slave to sin, shame, fear, or the opinions of others. Free to be who I created you to be. Free to walk in the calling I gave you. Free to live without the weight of condemnation. You are equipped. I have given you everything you need for life and godliness. Every tool, every resource, every gift, everything necessary to walk out your purpose. You are empowered. My Spirit lives inside you, giving you strength beyond your own, wisdom beyond your understanding, power beyond your ability. You are victorious, not because you fight perfectly, not because you never stumble, but because I have already won the war and you are on the winning side. That is who you are, not who you will be if you get your act together, not who you could be if you try harder, who you are right now in this moment, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you have done, regardless of where you have been. This is your identity. And when you live from that identity, nothing can shake you. Not failure, not rejection, not disappointment, not loss. Because your identity is not tied to circumstances, it is tied to me, and I do not change. Now I need to speak about legacy, because your life is not just about you, it is about the generations that will come after you. The children who are watching, the people who are connected to your obedience, the future that is being shaped by the decisions you make today. Every choice you make matters. Every word you speak carries weight. Every act of obedience sends ripples into eternity. And there are people who are not born yet who will be impacted by what you do right now. Generations are connected to your faithfulness. Bloodlines are waiting for you to break cycles. Futures are depending on you to stand strong. So do not underestimate the significance of your life. You are not just living for yourself. You are living for the ones who will come after you. The patterns you break, they will not have to fight. The lies you expose, they will not have to believe. The freedom you walk in, they will inherit. The ground you take, they will occupy. You are not just fighting for your own breakthrough. You are fighting for your children's children's children. You are not just praying for your own deliverance. You are praying for generational freedom. You are not just standing in faith for your own miracle. You are standing for an entire lineage. And that's an honor, a privilege, a sacred trust. You are a history maker, a cycle breaker, a chain breaker, a generation changer.
The middle-aged man with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger possessed considerable knowledge. What you do matters. How you respond matters. The stand you take matters. The obedience you walk in matters. Not just for you, for everyone connected to you. So stand strong. Do not quit. Do not give up. Do not let weariness or discouragement or disappointment cause you to abandon your post. There are people counting on you who do not even know your name yet. There are futures riding on your faithfulness. There are destinies connected to your decisions. Stand, fight, believe, obey, and watch what I do through your life, not just in your generation, but in every generation that follows. Now, let me speak to you about multiplication, because you are entering a season where everything you sow is going to produce exponentially. This is not ordinary return. This is not normal harvest. This is supernatural multiplication. The seeds you have been planting in tears are about to produce a harvest that is 30, 60, 100-fold. The investments you have been making in faith are about to yield returns that exceed your wildest expectations. The sacrifices you have made in obedience are about to be rewarded in ways that will leave you speechless. Because I am a God of abundance, I do not do just enough. I do exceedingly, abundantly, above all you could ask or imagine. And I am about to demonstrate that in your life in ways that will be undeniable. In your relationships, that one conversation you have been dreading is going to produce healing that ripples through your entire family. That one act of kindness you show to a stranger is going to change the trajectory of their life in ways you will never fully know on this side of eternity. That one moment of vulnerability you share with a friend is going to deepen that relationship and open doors for them to be vulnerable with you in return, creating a bond that will sustain both of you through the hardest seasons of your lives. One seed sown is going to produce 30 conversations that bring healing, 60 encounters that bring restoration, 100-fold connections that bring life. Watch for it, it is coming. In your finances, that one act of generosity, even though it feels sacrificial right now, even though it does not make sense on paper, even though your logic is screaming at you to hold on to what you have, is going to open floodgates of provision. That one tithe you give faithfully, even when your bank account says you cannot afford it, even when bills are due and resources are scarce, is going to activate supernatural blessing. That one investment you make in obedience, even though it looks risky from a natural perspective, is going to yield returns that defy every economic principle. One seed sown is going to produce 30 opportunities you never pursued, 60 open doors you never knocked on, 100-fold increase that you never worked for. Resources are going to flow toward you from directions you never expected. Provision is going to show up in forms you never anticipated. Abundance is going to become your new normal. Not because you manipulated it, not because you worked some prosperity formula, but because you honored me with your obedience, and I am honoring you with my abundance. In your faith, that one step of obedience, even though you cannot see the entire staircase, even though you don't know where it leads, even though fear is screaming at you to stay where it is safe, is going to build confidence that carries you through every future challenge. That one prayer you pray in faith, even though you don't feel anything, even though heaven seems silent, even though circumstances have not changed, is going to move mountains you didn't even know existed. That one declaration you speak over your life, even though everything around you contradicts it, even though people think you're delusional, even though your emotions are not aligned with your confession, is going to shift the atmosphere around you. One seed sown is going to produce 30 changed lives, 60 transformed families, 100-fold generational impact. Your ripple effects of obedience are going to extend far beyond what you can see or measure. Your influence is going to grow. Your impact is going to expand. Your legacy is going to multiply.
Not because you are special or talented or uniquely gifted, but because you said yes when I asked, because you obeyed when it was hard, because you trusted when you could not see. This is not exaggeration. This is not hype. This is not motivational fluff. This is how my kingdom works. One seed, exponential harvest. One act of faith, multiplied returns. One moment of obedience, compounded blessings. You have been sowing in tears for so long. You have been planting seeds when you could not see any evidence of growth. You've been watering ground that looked barren and dead. You've been faithful when nothing seemed to be happening. But I see every seed. I have been watching every act of faithfulness. I have been recording every moment of obedience, and harvest time is here. Not someday in the distant future, not eventually when conditions are perfect. Now, the seeds you planted 5 years ago when everything in your life was falling apart, those seeds are about to break through the soil. The prayers you prayed 3 years ago when you were in the darkest season of your life, Those prayers are about to be answered in ways that will astound you. The obedience you walked in 1 year ago when it cost you everything, that obedience is about to be rewarded in ways that will vindicate your faithfulness. This is your harvest season. This is your time of reaping. This is your moment of multiplication. But let me give you instruction about this season of harvest, because how you steward what I am about to release will determine whether the multiplication continues or stops. First, when provision comes, honor me with the first fruits. Do not wait until you have assessed all your needs and calculated all your expenses and figured out what you can afford to give. Give first, off the top, before anything else, because the first fruits are what consecrate the entire harvest. When you give me the first and the best, you are declaring that I am your source, that everything comes from me, that you trust me to provide for everything else. And when you honor me in that way, I open floodgates that cannot be shut. I release blessing that cannot be contained. I multiply what remains in ways that defy natural law. Second, do not hoard. The temptation when you have experienced scarcity is to grip tightly to whatever comes, to hold on with clenched fists, to protect and preserve and stockpile. But that is the mentality of the wilderness, not the mentality of the promised land. In the wilderness, manna could not be stored because I was teaching my people to depend on me daily. In the promised land, there was abundance that could be stored, but it was meant to be shared. You are transitioning from wilderness to promised land, and the mindset that sustains you in the wilderness will limit you in the promised land. Learn to hold things with open hands. Learn to be generous even in your increase. Learn to give freely because you know that I am the source and the supply never runs out when it flows from me. Third, invest in what I tell you to invest in. Not every opportunity is from me. Not every need is yours to meet. Not every request for your resources is a divine assignment. You need wisdom. You need discernment. You need to know the difference between a good idea and a God idea, and I will give you that wisdom if you ask. When multiplication comes, you will have more options than you have ever had before. More opportunities, more requests, more possibilities, and you cannot say yes to everything. You need to know what I am calling you to invest in, what I am asking you to support, what I am directing you to sow into. So ask me, listen for my voice, wait for my peace, and then move with confidence in the direction I show you. Fourth, remember where you came from. When blessing flows, it's easy to forget the seasons of lack. It's easy to distance yourself from the pain you walked through. It's easy to become disconnected from people who are still in the place you used to be. Do not let that happen. Stay humble, stay grateful, stay compassionate. Remember what it felt like to wonder where the next meal would come from. Remember what it felt like to choose between paying bills and buying groceries. Remember what it felt like to trust me for provision when your bank account said there was nothing left. Because those memories will keep you grounded. Those memories will keep you generous. Those memories will keep you dependent on me, even in your increase. And here's why this is so important. When you steward multiplication well, when you honor me with your increase, when you remain generous in your abundance, when you invest wisely in what I direct you toward, when you stay humble and grateful and compassionate, the multiplication does not stop. It continues, it compounds, it accelerates. One harvest leads to another. One breakthrough positions you for the next. One blessing creates capacity for more, and you step into a perpetual cycle of sowing and reaping.
The middle-aged man with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger possessed considerable knowledge. Giving and receiving, pouring out and being filled, blessing others and being blessed. This is the life I designed you for. Not barely getting by, not just enough to survive. Abundance that overflows, blessing that spills over, provision that enables you not only to meet your own needs, but to be a source of supply for others. I want you to see something. There are people in your life right now who are barely surviving. They are in the place you used to be. They are fighting battles you used to fight. They are struggling with issues you have overcome. They are tormented by fears you have conquered. And when you step into your season of multiplication, when blessing begins to flow in your life, you are going to become a source of hope for them. Your testimony is going to give them faith. Your breakthrough is going to give them courage. Your provision is going to give them a tangible demonstration that I am real, that I am faithful, that I keep my promises. And some of them are going to receive from your overflow. You are going to be able to help them financially. You are going to be able to encourage them emotionally. You are going to be able to mentor them spiritually. And as you pour into them, as you become a conduit of my blessing in their lives, the multiplication in your life is going to increase even more. Because that is how my kingdom works. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you pour out, the more you are filled. The more you become a channel of blessing, the more blessing flows through you. Now, let me speak to you about the next 30 days, because something specific is happening in the spiritual realm, and I want you to be prepared for it. In the next 7 days, you are going to receive confirmation. It might come through a conversation that echoes what I am speaking to you right now. It might come through a scripture that jumps off the page with personal application. It might come through a circumstance that aligns perfectly with what I have been telling you. It might come through a prophetic word from someone who knows nothing about your situation, but speaks directly to it. However it comes, you are going to know without doubt that everything I have spoken over you in this moment is true, that I am real, that I am moving, that I am faithful. Hold on to that confirmation. Write it down. Return to it when doubt tries to creep back in. In the next 14 days, you are going to face a test. Something is going to happen that will tempt you to go back to old patterns, to react the way you used to react, to believe the lies you used to believe, to handle things the way you have always handled them. But this is not a setback. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you have changed, that you are not who you were, that my work in you is real. And when you pass this test, when you respond differently, when you choose faith over fear, when you speak truth instead of agreeing with lies, when you stand firm instead of collapsing under pressure, you are going to step into a new level of authority and freedom. The enemy is going to realize that his old tactics don't work on you anymore. People around you are going to notice that something is different, and you are going to gain confidence in your identity that will carry you through every future challenge. In the next 21 days, a door is going to open. Not the door you have been knocking on, not the door you expected, but a door that is better. A door that leads to something greater than what you've been asking for. And when it opens, you are going to have to make a choice. Will you step through even though it's not what you planned? Will you trust me enough to walk into the unknown? Will you have the courage to let go of what you thought you wanted in order to receive what I know you need? Because this door is the answer to prayers you haven't even prayed yet. This door is the provision for needs you don't even know you have yet. This door is the setup for the future I have been preparing for you. So when it opens, don't hesitate. Don't overthink it. Don't let fear or doubt or the opinions of others keep you on the threshold. Step through. Move forward. Trust that I am leading you into something better than anything you could have orchestrated on your own. In the next 30 days, there's going to be a release. Something you have been holding on to is finally going to let go. It might be a person who has been taking up space in your heart that was never meant for them. It might be a dream that was born from your own ambition rather than my assignment. It might be a belief about yourself that was formed by trauma rather than truth. It might be a version of yourself that you have outgrown. And letting go is going to hurt. There's going to be grief. There's going to be loss. There's going to be mourning for what was or what could have been. But on the other side of that release is freedom you have never experienced, space for something new, capacity for what I am about to bring, open hands ready to receive. And you are going to discover that what you were holding on to so tightly was actually holding you back from everything I wanted to give you. So the next 30 days are critical. Pay attention, stay alert, watch for the confirmation, prepare for the test, look for the door, be ready for the release, because all of this is orchestrated, all of this is intentional, all of this is part of my plan to move you from where you are to where I am taking you.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. Do not miss it. Do not sleep through it. Do not be so distracted by the noise of life that you fail to recognize what I am doing. Stay connected to me. Stay sensitive to my voice. Stay responsive to my leading. And watch what I do in these next 30 days. It is going to set the trajectory for the next season of your life. Let me speak one more word about what is breaking off your life right now. Because as you have been listening to these words, things have been shifting in the spiritual realm that you need to understand so you can walk in the full freedom of it. The spirit of poverty that has followed your bloodline for generations, it just broke. The cycle of lack that has defined your family for as long as anyone can remember, it just ended with you. The pattern of never having enough, of always struggling, of watching others prosper while you barely survive, that pattern has been shattered. You are entering a season of abundance that will shock you. Provision is going to come from directions you never expected. Opportunities are going to present themselves that you never pursued. Doors are going to open that you never knocked on, and you are going to look back at this moment and know this is when everything changed financially. This is when the curse broke. This is when the blessing began. The spirit of infirmity that has been attacking your health, it just left. The chronic condition you have been managing, healing is being released right now. The symptoms that have limited you, they are losing their power. The diagnosis that terrified you, I am reversing it. Your body is responding to my word in this moment. Systems are coming back into alignment. Organs are beginning to function the way I designed them. Pain is subsiding. Strength is returning. And in the coming days and weeks, you are going to have tangible evidence that I am the God who heals. You are going to notice things improving, symptoms disappearing, energy returning, strength increasing, and you are going to know that it was me. The spirit of rejection that has been haunting you since childhood, it just lost its grip. The wound from being abandoned by people who were supposed to stay, it is closing right now. The pain from being overlooked when you deserved to be seen, it is healing. The lie that you are not wanted, that you are not enough, that you are somehow defective or unlovable, that lie is being uprooted from the deepest part of your soul and replaced with truth. You are wanted, desperately wanted, intentionally chosen, specifically selected. I did not settle for you, I pursued you. I did not accept you reluctantly, I fought for you. I did not take you in out of obligation, I delighted to call you mine. And as that truth sinks deeper into your consciousness, as it moves from your head to your heart, as it becomes not just something you know intellectually, but something you believe experientially, you are going to start showing up differently in every area of your life. In relationships, you are not going to tolerate being treated poorly anymore. You are not going to beg for scraps of affection from people who should be honored to know you. You are not going to settle for connections that drain you because you are afraid of being alone.
You are not going to diminish yourself to make insecure people comfortable because you finally see your value. You finally understand your worth. You finally recognize that you bring something precious to every relationship you enter, and people who can't see that don't deserve access to you. The spirit of fear that has been paralyzing you, it just broke. The anxiety that wakes you up at 3 in the morning with racing thoughts and pounding heart, its power is gone. The panic that grips you when you have to step into unfamiliar situations, it is being dismantled right now. The terror of the future, the dread of worst-case scenarios, the catastrophic thinking that has kept you small and safe and stuck, all of it is being expelled from your mind and your emotions. You are going to face situations that used to terrify you and discover that the fear is not there anymore. You are going to have conversations that you have been avoiding for years and find courage you didn't know you possessed. You are going to step into opportunities that would have paralyzed you a month ago and discover that boldness has taken the place of timidity, that confidence has replaced insecurity, that faith has overcome doubt. Because fear is not from me. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. And I am restoring that sound mind to you right now. The mental torment is ending. The emotional chaos is settling. The spiritual oppression is lifting. And you are going to think clearly, feel deeply, and live freely in ways you haven't experienced in years, maybe in your entire life. The spirit of confusion that has been clouding your decisions, it just cleared. The fog that made simple decisions feel impossible, that paralyzed you with indecision, that left you stuck at every crossroads wondering which direction to go, it has lifted. The uncertainty that made simple decisions feel impossible, that turned minor choices into major stress, that kept you awake at night replaying conversations and questioning your own judgment, it is being replaced. You are about to know exactly what to do, not because you suddenly have all the information, not because circumstances have become clear, but because my voice is becoming clearer. My peace is becoming more recognizable. My leading is becoming more obvious.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. The path forward is going to become visible. Even when the destination is still hidden, the next step is going to be clear. Even when you cannot see the entire staircase, the decision you need to make is going to settle in your spirit with a certainty that transcends logic and defies your need for complete information. And you are going to move with confidence instead of hesitation, with decisiveness instead of doubt, with boldness instead of fear. You are going to stop second-guessing yourself. You are going to stop seeking validation from everyone around you before you make a move. You are going to stop waiting for perfect clarity before you take action, because you are learning to recognize my voice. You are learning to follow my peace. You are learning to trust my leading, even when it does not make complete sense to your natural mind. The spirit of division that has been tearing apart your relationships, it just lost its power. The conflict that seemed never-ending, the tension that made every interaction exhausting, the misunderstandings that kept building walls between you and the people you love, all of it is being dismantled. Resolution is coming, not because everyone suddenly sees things your way, not because people change overnight, but because I am shifting hearts. I am opening eyes. I am softening what has been hardened. I am healing what has been wounded. I am restoring what has been broken. Relationships that seemed beyond repair are about to experience supernatural restoration. People who have been distant are going to draw close. Hearts that have been cold are going to warm. Words that have been harsh are going to soften. And family bonds that have been broken are going to be mended. You are going to have conversations you never thought possible. You are going to experience reconciliation you stopped praying for. You are going to see people change in ways that shock you, not because you manipulated them, not because you finally said the right thing, but because I am moving in their hearts. I am working in ways you cannot see. I am doing what only I can do. The spirit of delay that has been blocking your breakthrough, it just broke. The obstacles that have been in your way for years, they are being removed. The red tape that has been holding things up, it is being cut through. The closed doors that wouldn't budge no matter how hard you pushed, they are swinging wide open. Things that have been stuck for months or years are about to move. Processes that have been delayed are about to accelerate. Answers you have been waiting for are about to come. Approvals you have been seeking are about to be granted. Connections you have been trying to make are about to happen. Opportunities you have been pursuing are about to materialize. And you are going to step into what you have been praying for sooner than you thought possible. Not because the timing finally worked out according to your plan, but because this is my time. This is my season. This is my moment to move in your life in ways that will leave no doubt that it was me. Now, let me speak to you about promises I am making over your life. These are not vague possibilities. These are specific commitments I am sealing right now. I promise you that I will never leave you. Not when you fail, not when you fall, not when you disappoint yourself, not when you feel like you have blown it beyond repair. I am not going anywhere. I am anchored to you, committed to you, bonded to you, and nothing you do or fail to do will make me walk away. You could run to the ends of the earth and I would be there. You could hide in the deepest darkness and I would find you. You could build walls to keep me out and I would break through, because my love for you is not conditional. It is not contingent on your performance. It is not dependent on your consistency. My love is a covenant, a binding agreement, an unbreakable promise, and I keep my promises. I promise you that I will provide for every need. Not necessarily every want, not every preference, not every wish, but every legitimate need. Food for your table, shelter over your head, clothing on your back, wisdom for your decisions, strength for your battles, peace for your storms. I know what you need before you ask, and I am already arranging provision. Sometimes it will come in ways you expect, a paycheck, a gift, an opportunity. Sometimes it will show up from directions you never saw coming, an unexpected refund, a stranger's generosity, a door you didn't even know existed, but it will come, because I am your provider, Jehovah Jireh, the God who sees and supplies, and I do not fail. I promise you that I will heal every wound, not all at once, not overnight, not in the timeline you'd choose, but layer by layer, season by season, moment by moment. I am healing you. The wounds from childhood, the places where you should have been protected but were hurt, where you should have been nurtured but were neglected, where you should have been celebrated but were criticized, I am touching all of them. The trauma from your past, the events that shaped you in ways you wish they had not, the experiences that left scars you thought would never fade, I am resolving it. The pain from betrayal, the ache of rejection, the sting of abandonment, I am soothing it. The scars from abuse, whether physical or emotional or verbal or spiritual, I am removing them.
You might not feel completely whole yet, but you are more whole than you were a year ago, more whole than you were a month ago, more whole than you were when you started listening to this message. And you will be more whole tomorrow than you are today, because I am the God who heals, and I am healing you. I promise you that I will guide you through every decision. You will know what to do. You will know when to move and when to wait. You will know when to speak and when to be silent. You will know when to hold on and when to let go.
You will know when to fight and when to rest. My guidance will not always come in audible voices or burning bushes or miraculous signs. Sometimes it will be a quiet knowing in your spirit. Sometimes it will be a peace that settles when you consider one option and an unrest that warns when you consider another. Sometimes it will be a door that opens effortlessly or a door that remains closed no matter how hard you push. Sometimes it will be wisdom that comes through counsel, through scripture, through circumstances that align. But you will know, because I am your shepherd, and I lead my sheep. My sheep know my voice, and you are learning to recognize it more clearly every day. I promise you that I will protect you from every attack meant to destroy you. Not from every difficulty, not from every uncomfortable situation, not from every disappointment or setback or challenge, but from every attack that is designed to take you out, to end your story, to destroy your destiny, to derail your purpose. The enemy has plans against you. He has strategies. He has schemes. He has assignments. But I have plans for you that are greater, and my plans trump his plans every single time. You will go through fires that do not burn you. You will walk through floods that do not drown you. You will face battles that do not defeat you. You will encounter opposition that does not stop you. Because I am your shield. I am your fortress. I am your strong tower. I am your hiding place. And nothing penetrates my protection. Nothing breaches my defense. Nothing overcomes my power. You are safe with me. Not from all harm, but from all harm that would end your story before I am finished writing it. I promise you that I will complete what I started in you. The transformation I began is not going to be abandoned halfway through. The calling I placed on your life is not going to be revoked. The destiny I assigned to you is not going to be canceled because you stumbled, because you struggled, because you took a wrong turn. I do not give up on my children. I do not abandon my work. I do not leave things unfinished. You might have seasons where it feels like you are going backward instead of forward, where it seems like you are losing ground instead of gaining it, where you wonder if you will ever become the person I called you to be. But you are not going backward. You are being refined, and refinement is part of the process. I started a good work in you, and I will complete it. I will bring it to completion. I will finish what I started, because I finish what I start. I complete what I begin. I fulfill what I promise, and I promise to transform you into the image of my Son, and that promise will be kept. I promise you that I will work everything together for your good. Not everything is good. Some things are evil. Some things are destructive. Some things are painful and wrong and never should have happened. But I can take even the worst things and weave them into a story of redemption. That betrayal that almost destroyed you, I am going to use it for good. That loss that broke your heart, I am going to turn it into a testimony. That failure that humiliated you, I am going to transform it into a platform. That abuse you endured, I am going to redeem it. That rejection you experienced, I am going to reverse it. That season of darkness you walked through, I am going to use it to make you a light for others walking through the same darkness. Because I specialize in redemption. I am an expert at restoration. I am masterful at taking broken pieces and creating something beautiful. Your life is my canvas, and I am painting a masterpiece. And every stroke, even the dark ones, even the painful ones, is contributing to the finished work that will display my glory and bring you joy. I promise you that I will give you rest. Not just physical rest, though I will give you that too, but soul rest. The kind of rest that comes from knowing you are held. The kind of rest that allows you to stop striving and start trusting. the kind of rest that lets you breathe without fear, sleep without anxiety, live without the constant pressure to perform and prove and earn. You have been running for so long, running from your past, running towards your future, running to outpace your shame, running to prove your worth, running to earn love. And I am inviting you to stop. Come to me. Let me carry what you have been carrying. Let me fight what you have been fighting. Let me handle what you have been trying to control. And learn to rest. Learn what it means to work from rest instead of for rest. Learn what it means to move from peace instead of towards peace. Learn what it means to operate from security instead of for security. This is the rest I promised, and this is the rest I am giving you. Not as the world gives, but as only I can give. A rest that is not dependent on circumstances being perfect. A rest that exists in the middle of chaos. A rest that defies logic and transcends understanding.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. This rest is yours. Receive it. Live in it. Let it transform how you approach everything. I promise you that I will bring justice, not always in the timing you want, not always in the way you expect, not always in forms you can recognize immediately, but justice will come. The people who hurt you, I see them. The wrongs done against you, I recorded them. The injustice you have suffered, the unfairness you have experienced, the mistreatment you have endured, I am aware of it all, and I will make it right. Sometimes justice looks like vindication, your name being cleared, your reputation being restored, truth being revealed. Sometimes justice looks like your enemies being silenced, their accusations being proven false, their schemes being exposed, their power being broken. Sometimes justice looks like you being so healed that their rejection no longer matters, so whole that their approval is no longer needed, so secure that their opinion carries no weight. However it comes, it will come, because I am a just God, I am a righteous judge, and I settle accounts. I balance scales, I right wrongs. Trust me with justice. Do not take it into your own hands. Do not seek revenge. Do not try to settle scores. Let me handle it, and I will do it better than you ever could. I promise you that I will give you joy. Not happiness that depends on circumstances being pleasant, but joy that exists in spite of them. The kind of joy that bubbles up even in the middle of hardship. The kind of joy that makes you laugh when you should be crying. The kind of joy that causes you to dance when you should be defeated. This is the joy of the Lord, and it is your strength. It is not fake positivity. It is not denial of reality. It is not pretending everything is fine when it is not. It is a deep, abiding sense of well-being that comes from knowing me, from being known by me, from being secure in my love and confident in my promises. This joy has been stolen from you. Circumstances have robbed it. Pain has drained it. Disappointment has crushed it. But I am restoring it right now, not as a feeling that comes and goes, but as a fruit that grows from your connection to me. And as you remain in me, as you abide in my love, as you trust in my goodness, even when life is hard, this joy is going to grow. It is going to strengthen. It is going to become unshakable. And people are going to look at your life and wonder how you can be joyful in the middle of what you are walking through, And you are going to be able to tell them, it is not because everything is perfect, it is because I know the one who is perfect, and he is holding me, and that is enough. The spirit of rejection that has haunted you since childhood, it just lost its grip. The wound from being abandoned, it is closing. The pain from being overlooked, it is healing. The lie that you are not wanted, it is being replaced with truth. You are wanted. You are chosen. You are pursued. You are delighted in. And as that truth sinks deeper, you're going to start showing up differently in relationships. You're not going to tolerate being treated poorly anymore. You're not going to beg for scraps of affection. You're not going to settle for people who don't see your value, because you finally see it yourself. You finally understand your worth. You finally recognize that you are not lucky to be in relationship with people. They are blessed to be in relationship with you. The spirit of fear that has been paralyzing you, it just broke. The anxiety that wakes you up in the middle of the night, its power is gone. The panic that grips you in certain situations, it is being dismantled. The terror of the future, it is being replaced with confidence. You are going to face situations that used to terrify you and discover that the fear is not there anymore. You're going to have conversations you have been avoiding and find courage you didn't know you had. You're going to step into opportunities that would have paralyzed you before and discover that boldness has taken the place of timidity. Because fear is not from me, and I am expelling every spirit of fear from your life right now. The spirit of rejection that has been clouding your decisions, it just cleared. The fog that made you second-guess everything, it has lifted. The uncertainty that paralyzed you, it is being replaced with clarity. You are about to know exactly what to do. The path forward is going to become obvious. The next steps are going to be clear. The decisions that have been tormenting you are going to resolve themselves. And you are going to move with confidence instead of hesitation, with boldness instead of fear, with certainty instead of doubt. Something real just happened. This was not just a nice message. This was a divine encounter. This was a Kairos moment. This was me intervening in your life in a way that changes everything. And in the coming days, you're going to see evidence of it everywhere you look. In your circumstances, in your emotions, in your relationships, in your health, in your finances, in your clarity. Things are going to shift. And when they do, you're going to remember this moment. You're going to know that this is when it happened. This is when the tide turned. This is when the breakthrough came. This is when freedom was released. This is when everything changed.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. Now, I want to give you some final instructions before I release you, because receiving is one thing, walking it out is another. And I want to make sure you know how to steward what you have received here. First, write down what you heard. Do not trust your memory. The enemy will try to make you forget. Circumstances will try to make you doubt. Time will try to make it fade. So write it down. Journal what you felt. Record what shifted. Document the promises I spoke. And return to those words when you need to remember. When doubt comes, read what you wrote. When fear rises, rehearse what I said. When the enemy tries to convince you it wasn't real, go back to the evidence. Let your own testimony strengthen your faith. Second, tell someone, not everyone, but someone. Find a trusted friend, a mentor, a prayer partner, someone who will celebrate with you, someone who will hold you accountable, someone who will remind you of what happened here when you start to forget. Your testimony is powerful, and speaking it out loud will strengthen your own faith, even as it encourages others. Do not keep this to yourself. Share it, declare it. Let your story be evidence that I still move, I still speak, I still transform lives. Third, take immediate action on what I showed you. Do not delay. Do not wait until you feel ready. Do not put off until tomorrow what I have asked you to do today. Have the conversation I told you to have. Set the boundary I told you to set. Make the decision I told you to make. Forgive the person I told you to forgive. Release what I told you to release. Take the step I told you to take. Obedience delayed is obedience denied, and I need you to move quickly on what I have spoken. Not because I am impatient, but because momentum matters. The courage you feel right now is a grace for this moment. Act on it before fear has a chance to talk you out of it. Fourth, protect your peace. The enemy is going to send people, situations, and thoughts to disturb what you received here. Do not let him. Guard your heart, guard your mind, guard your mouth. When negative thoughts come, replace them with truth. When toxic people try to pull you back, set boundaries. When circumstances try to steal your joy, worship. Choose peace. Fight for peace. Protect peace. Because peace is not the absence of trouble. Peace is the presence of my spirit. And I am giving you peace that transcends understanding. Peace that doesn't make sense given your circumstances. Peace that defies logic. Peace that is not dependent on everything being okay. Supernatural peace. And that peace is yours, but you have to protect it. Fifth, stay connected to me. This cannot be a one-time experience. This must become a daily reality. Talk to me every morning, not out of obligation, but out of hunger. Read my word every day, not to check a box, but to hear my voice. Worship me regularly, not just on Sundays, but throughout your week. Pray without ceasing, not formal religious prayers, but ongoing conversation with me. Our relationship is not an event, it is a lifestyle, not a moment, but a continual abiding. And the more time you spend with me, the more you become like me. The more you know my voice, the more you recognize my leading, the more you walk in my power. Sixth, find community. You were not designed to walk this journey alone. You need people, not perfect people, but faithful people. People who are going where you are going. People who believe what you believe. People who will speak life when you are struggling. People who will pray with you when you are weak. People who will fight for you when you are under attack. People who will celebrate with you when breakthrough comes. Iron sharpens iron, and you need that sharpening. You need that encouragement. You need that accountability. So find your people. Connect with a church. Join a small group. Get involved. Stop isolating, because isolation makes you vulnerable, but community makes you strong. Seventh, keep sowing. Do not stop being generous just because provision came. Do not stop being kind just because people were unkind to you. Do not stop forgiving just because someone hurt you again. Do not stop loving just because you were rejected. Keep sowing, keep giving, keep loving, keep forgiving, keep serving, keep believing the best, because you reap what you sow. And if you want to keep reaping, you have to keep sowing. Generosity is not a one-time act. It is a lifestyle. Kindness is not a response to how others treat you. It is an overflow of who you are. Love is not conditional. It is a choice. Keep sowing and watch what grows from the seeds you plant. Let me paint one final picture for you. I want you to see yourself 5 years from now. You are standing in a place you never imagined, living a life you could not have designed, walking in freedom you did not know was possible, operating in authority that seemed unreachable, making an impact you never dreamed of.
Because you are not insignificant. You are not ordinary. You are not replaceable. You are not a random accident in an indifferent universe. You are a carrier of my presence, a vessel of my glory, a representative of my kingdom on this earth. Everywhere you go, I go. Everywhere you speak, I speak. Everywhere you stand, I stand. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere shifts because I am with you. When you open your mouth, words carry weight because I speak through you. When you extend your hand in kindness, healing flows because my power moves through you. You are not alone. You have never been alone. You will never be alone. The very thought that you are isolated, forgotten, or abandoned is a demonic deception designed to keep you from recognizing the authority you carry and the influence you possess. There is something you have been praying about for a long time, something you have brought to me again and again and again. Every time you pray, you wonder if I am listening. You wonder if I care. You wonder if maybe this is one prayer that I am just not going to answer. You have started to doubt whether I hear you at all, whether your prayers even reach me, whether there is anyone on the other end of your desperate cries. Let me settle this right now. I have heard every single word, every tearful whisper in the darkness, every desperate plea when your back was against the wall, every quiet groan that was too deep for words, every prayer you prayed out loud, and every prayer that never made it past your thoughts. I have collected every tear in a bottle. I have recorded every prayer in my book, and I have been working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see, orchestrating circumstances you are not aware of, aligning people and resources and timing in a way that only I can do. Your answer is coming, and it is coming soon, not in some distant future, not in a vague someday that never arrives. Soon. The pieces are moving into place right now. Doors are being unlocked as you hear these words. People are being positioned at this very moment. Resources are being redirected toward you in ways that will become visible very shortly. I have not forgotten your prayer. I have not ignored your request. I have not moved to other things. I am intimately involved in every detail of your situation, and the breakthrough you have been waiting for is closer than you think. But I need to address something before we go further, something that has been holding you back, something that has been creating distance between us, something that has been blocking the flow of blessing into your life. There is unforgiveness in your heart. Someone hurt you deeply. They betrayed you, abandoned you, rejected you, or wounded you in a way that still aches when you think about it. Maybe it was recent. Maybe it was years ago. Maybe it was your parent who was supposed to protect you, but instead wounded you. Maybe it was your spouse who vowed to love you, but instead betrayed you. Maybe it was your friend who should have been loyal, but instead abandoned you. Maybe it was a leader who was supposed to guide you, but instead manipulated you. Maybe it was someone who never even knew the damage they caused because it was not intentional malice, but careless neglect. Whoever it was, whatever they did, you have been holding on to that pain like a weapon, thinking that your anger protects you from being hurt again, thinking that your bitterness is a shield that keeps people at a distance so they can't get close enough to wound you, thinking that as long as you refuse to forgive, you maintain some kind of power or control over the person who hurt you. But it doesn't work that way. Unforgiveness does not protect you. It poisons you. It does not give you power over them. It gives them power over you. It keeps you chained to the very person who wounded you. It forces you to carry them with you everywhere you go. They live rent-free in your mind, occupying space that should belong to peace and joy and freedom. Every time you replay what they did, you give them permission to hurt you again. Every time you rehearse what you wish you had said, you hand them the knife and invite them to wound you one more time. Every time you imagine the justice you want to see, you tie yourself tighter to the offense. And as long as you hold on to that bitterness, you can't walk into the freedom I have for you. You can't receive the blessing I am trying to release. You can't experience the breakthrough I am trying to give. Because unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It destroys you while leaving them untouched. Forgiveness is not about them, it's about you. It's not excusing what they did. It's not pretending the offense didn't happen. It's not saying that their behavior was acceptable. It's not opening yourself up to be hurt again. It's not trusting someone who has proven themselves untrustworthy. Forgiveness is releasing yourself from the prison of resentment. It's choosing freedom over bitterness. It's deciding that you are not going to let what they did continue to control your emotions, dominate your thoughts, and dictate your future. It's taking back the power you gave them when you allowed their offense to define your identity and shape your life. And I am asking you right now, before you hear another word, to let it go. Open your hand, release them into my justice, and trust that I will handle what you cannot, because I am a righteous judge. I see what they did. I know the damage they caused. I understand the pain they inflicted, and I will deal with it in my way and my timing. But you need to be free, and freedom begins with forgiveness.
And you look back at this moment, this exact moment, and you realize this was the turning point. This was when everything changed. This was when you chose to believe me over your circumstances. This was when you decided to trust me over your feelings. This was when you said yes to a future you could not see but knew was real because I promised it. That future is not fantasy. It is prophetic reality. And every step you take in obedience from this moment forward brings you closer to it. Every act of faith moves you toward it. Every choice to trust accelerates your arrival. So do not waste the next season. Do not go back to business as usual. Something significant happened here. Honor it by living differently. You are not who you were when you started listening to this message. Something shifted, something broke, something opened. You have been changed, and you cannot go back to who you were before. Do not even try. That version of you served its purpose, but it is time to let it go and embrace who you are becoming. In the coming days, you will be tempted to doubt what happened here. The enemy will whisper that it was just emotion, that it wasn't real, that nothing actually changed. Do not believe him. What happened here was real. The chains that broke are really broken. The healing that began is really happening. The promises I spoke are really going to manifest. Hold on to this moment. Remember how you felt. Remember what you heard. Remember the shift that happened in your spirit. And when doubt comes, return here. Let these words anchor you. When storms come, and the storms will come, I am not going to lie to you. Walking with me does not mean life suddenly becomes easy. It means you have someone walking with you through hard things. It means you have power to overcome what used to defeat you. It means you have hope when circumstances say there is none. It means you are never alone, never abandoned, never without help. The storms will come, but you are going to stand in them. And when they pass, you will still be here, stronger, wiser, more rooted, more confident in me, more certain of who you are, more secure in your identity, more established in your purpose. And you are going to help others stand who are going through what you went through. That is why you had to go through what you went through, not as punishment, not as payback, but as preparation. I was equipping you with compassion. I was giving you credibility. I was building in you an authenticity that cannot be faked. And now I am going to use everything you survived to help others survive. You are going to meet someone in the coming months who is exactly where you used to be, hopeless, broken, ready to give up. And you are going to look at them and recognize yourself. You are going to see the pain in their eyes because you remember having that same pain. And something is going to rise up inside you. You are going to open your mouth and share your story, not a polished version, the raw, honest, this is what I walked through version. And as you speak, something is going to break in them. Hope is going to ignite. Faith is going to awaken. And they are going to realize if God did it for you, He can do it for me. That is your calling. That is your ministry. That is your assignment. One broken person pointing another broken person to the one who makes us whole. Now, let me bring you to the close of this journey. You came into this moment carrying weight that was crushing you, and I have been systematically removing it, lie by lie, chain by chain, burden by burden. And now you are lighter, you are freer, you are more hopeful, you are more alive, and you are ready to step into what is next. So here is what I want you to do. When you finish listening to this, don't immediately go back to the noise. Don't scroll. Don't distract yourself. Sit in the quiet for a few more minutes. Let everything I said settle. Let the truth sink deep. Let the reality of what just happened register in your spirit. And then, when you're ready, stand up. Not just physically, but spiritually. Stand up in your identity. Stand up in your authority. Stand up in your purpose and start walking forward, one step at a time, trusting that I am leading you, believing that I am with you, knowing that you are not alone. You are going to help people you haven't met yet. You are going to experience breakthrough in areas where you have been stuck for years. You are going to see provision that you didn't work for. You are going to experience healing that doctors cannot explain. You are going to reconcile with someone you thought you would never speak to again. You are going to step into a level of spiritual authority you have never walked in before. These things are not maybes, they are certainties. They are prophetic declarations over your life. Write them down, remember them, watch for them, and when they manifest, give me the glory. Tell people what I did. Share your testimony. Let your life be evidence that I am real, I am faithful, I keep my promises. This is your moment. Do not miss it. Do not shrink back. Do not let fear or doubt or the enemy's lies keep you from moving forward. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you feel. You are more capable than you realize, because I am in you. I am with you. I am for you, and nothing can stand against us. You are mine. I am yours, and nothing will separate us. Not fear, not failure, not distance, not doubt, not hell itself. You are held in my hand, covered by my love, secured in my promises. And you are walking into the greatest season of your life, a season of breakthrough, a season of favor, a season of restoration, a season of joy. And I am so proud of you for staying, for fighting, for believing, for trusting. You have not given up. And because of that, you are about to see everything I have been preparing behind the scenes. Look at how far you have come. Not just in the time you have been listening to this message, but in your entire journey. The mountains you have climbed, the valleys you have walked through, the battles you have fought, the losses you have endured, the heartbreaks you have survived, the disappointments you have overcome. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still believing, and that is a testimony in itself. That is proof of my faithfulness.
That is evidence of my sustaining grace. You could have quit 100 times. You had every reason to walk away. The pain was real. The struggle was legitimate. The exhaustion was overwhelming. But you stayed. You pressed through. You held on. And I held you through it all. Even when you could not feel me. Even when you could not see me. Even when you wondered if I was there at all. I was there, carrying you, sustaining you, keeping you from falling. And I brought you to this moment, this turning point, this place of decision, this threshold of breakthrough. And now I'm asking you to keep going, to not stop now, to not give up when you are this close, to not let go when the promise is within reach. Because what is ahead is worth everything you have walked through to get here. The best days of your life are not behind you. They are ahead of you. The greatest victories you will ever experience have not happened yet. The deepest joy you will ever know is still coming. The most significant impact you will ever make is still in your future. And it all starts now, with this moment, with this decision, with this choice to believe me one more time, to trust me one more day, to take one more step forward. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. You are mine, forever and always. Amen.
I know it feels impossible. I know everything in you wants to hold on. I know you have built an entire identity around the wound and constructed a whole narrative around the offense. Letting go feels like losing a part of yourself. But what you are actually losing is the part that has been killing you. The part that has been draining your energy and stealing your joy and preventing you from moving forward. So I am asking you to trust me. Take a breath right now. Let it out slowly. And in this moment, speak their name in your heart. You know who it is. The face that just appeared in your mind. The name that rose up in your spirit. The person whose offense has taken up residence in your soul. Speak their name and then say these words, either out loud or in the quiet of your heart. I forgive you. Not because you deserve it, not because what you did was okay, but because I deserve to be free. I release you to God's justice. I let go of my right to punish you, to make you pay, to see you suffer. I release the debt you owe me. I cancel the obligation I have been holding over you. I am choosing freedom. I am choosing peace. I am choosing to let this go. Do it now. I am giving you the strength to do what you cannot do on your own. I am extending grace that empowers you to release what you have been clutching so tightly. I am touching that place in your heart that has been hardened by hurt and softening it with my love. Forgive them now. Let them go. And as you do, something is breaking. Do you feel it? A weight just lifted off your chest, a tension just released from your shoulders, a knot just untied in your stomach. A heaviness just rolled away. You are freer now than you were 5 minutes ago, and that freedom is going to increase as you continue to walk in forgiveness. Because forgiveness is not a one-time event, it is a repeated choice. Every time the memory comes back, every time the pain resurfaces, every time you are tempted to pick up the offense again, you are going to choose forgiveness again. And each time you do, you will feel lighter, stronger, more whole, more like the person I created you to be before the weight of unforgiveness bent you into a shape you were never meant to hold. This is how healing works, layer by layer, choice by choice, moment by moment. And I am walking with you through every step. I am not asking you to do this alone. I am not handing you a formula and telling you to figure it out. I am wrapping my arms around you right now and giving you the strength to release what has been crushing you. And as you let go of them, you are going to discover something beautiful.
You are going to realize that the forgiveness you extended to them has opened a door for the grace you need for yourself. Because you have been living under condemnation too. You have been carrying guilt for your own failures. You have been punishing yourself for your own mistakes. You have been replaying your own offenses on a loop in your mind, convinced that you are beyond redemption, past the point of mercy, too far gone to be restored. And every time you refuse to forgive someone else, you reinforce the lie that you don't deserve forgiveness either. But as you extend mercy, you position yourself to receive mercy. As you release others from their debt, you experience release from your own. As you let go of judgment, you step out from under the judgment you've been living under. So let me speak directly to the shame you have been carrying, the guilt that has been weighing you down, the condemnation that has been whispering, you are disqualified. You are not disqualified. You are not beyond hope. You are not past the point of restoration. You are not too broken to be fixed. You are not too stained to be clean. You are not too far gone to come back. I specialize in redemption. I take what was broken and make it beautiful. I take what was lost and restore it. I take what was dead and bring it back to life. That is who I am. That is what I do. And I am doing it in you right now. Every mistake you have made, I can redeem. Every wrong turn you have taken, I can use. Every failure that has haunted you, I can transform into a testimony that sets others free. Nothing in your past disqualifies you from my future. Nothing you have done changes my love for you. Nothing you have failed at alters my plan for your life. I am not surprised by your sin. I am not shocked by your weakness. I am not disappointed by your humanity. I knew every mistake you would make before you were born, and I chose you anyway. I saw every failure in advance, and I still called you mine. I watched the whole story from beginning to end, and I still declared that you are worth dying for. So stop replaying your failures on a loop. Stop punishing yourself for something I have already forgiven. Stop disqualifying yourself from opportunities I am trying to give you. Stop living like you are still guilty when I have declared you righteous. Stop walking around with your head down like you are disqualified when I have called you chosen. Stop letting shame dictate your decisions when I have covered you with grace. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are my child, my beloved, my chosen one, my treasured possession, and I have declared you righteous, holy, blameless, and beloved, not because of what you have done, but because of what my Son did for you. He took your sin upon himself. He carried your shame to the cross. He absorbed the punishment you deserved. He paid the debt you could never pay. And when he said, "It is finished," he meant it. The transaction is complete. The payment is made. The record is cleared. The debt is canceled.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. You are free, completely, totally, utterly free. And I am asking you to start living like it. Walk with your head held high, not because you are perfect, but because you are loved. Speak with authority, not because you have never failed, but because you are forgiven. Move with confidence, not because you have it all together, but because I am with you. Stop shrinking back in rooms where you belong. Stop apologizing for taking up space that I assigned to you. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable when I called you to shine. Stop playing small when I designed you for significance. Stop hiding your gifts when I gave them to you to use. Stop silencing your voice when I have given you words that need to be heard. You are not too much. You are not too loud. You are not too intense. You are not too broken. You are exactly who I created you to be. And the world needs the fullness of who you are, not a diminished version, not a smaller edition, not a safer model. The world needs you at full volume. The world needs you fully alive. The world needs you walking in the complete freedom and authority and identity that I have given you. And that is exactly what is happening right now. As you hear these words, something is shifting in the spiritual realm. Chains that have held you captive for years are breaking. Lies that have defined your identity are being exposed. Agreements you made with shame are being canceled. Labels that were placed on you are being removed. Limitations that were imposed on you are being shattered. And a new reality is being established. You are not who you were when you started listening to this message. Something has changed. Something has broken. Something has opened. You have been set free in ways you do not even fully comprehend yet. But in the coming days, you are going to notice a difference. You are going to feel lighter. You are going to think clearer. You are going to see possibilities where you used to see only obstacles. You are going to experience peace where anxiety used to reign. You are going to walk with confidence where insecurity used to whisper. You are going to speak with authority where timidity used to silence. Because freedom is not just a theological concept, it is a lived reality, and you are stepping into that reality right now. Let me tell you what I see when I look at your future. I do not see the broken version you see when you look in the mirror. I do not see the limited version that others have tried to convince you is all you'll ever be. I see the person you are becoming, the person I always knew you would be. I see you standing in a place of peace that you cannot yet imagine. I see you walking in freedom that feels foreign right now. I see you operating in authority that seems impossible from where you currently stand. I see you speaking words that carry weight, making decisions with confidence, and influencing people in ways that shift entire atmospheres. I see you healed, whole, free, fully alive, walking in the complete fullness of your identity and purpose. And every step you take in obedience, every moment you choose trust over fear, every time you act on faith instead of retreating into doubt, you move closer to becoming that person. The journey from where you are to where you are going is not as long as you think. The gap between your current reality and your promised future is not as wide as it appears, and I am accelerating the process right now. Things that used to take years are going to happen in months. Growth that used to require decades is going to occur in seasons. Transformation that seemed like it would take a lifetime is going to manifest in moments, because I am a God of suddenly, and you are stepping into your suddenly season. There's a dream inside you that you have been afraid to name, a vision of what your life could be, a picture of the person you could become. You had that dream when you were younger. It used to excite you. It used to drive you. It used to fill you with hope and anticipation. But then life happened. Doors closed. People disappointed you. Circumstances did not align. Opportunities slipped away. And slowly, gradually, painfully, you buried that dream. You told yourself it was unrealistic. You convinced yourself that wanting it was foolish. You decided it was safer to stop hoping than to risk being disappointed again. So you settled. You adjusted your expectations downward. You redefined success in more achievable terms. You learned to live with a smaller version of your life, and you tried to convince yourself that you were content. But you are not content. You are resigned. There's a difference. Contentment is peace in the present. Resignation is giving up on the future. Contentment says, I am grateful for where I am. Resignation says, I have given up on where I could be. And what you have been calling contentment is actually resignation disguised as maturity. But I never forgot that dream because I was the one who planted it in your heart. It was not just wishful thinking. It was not just youthful naivety. It was not just fantasy disconnected from reality. It was a seed of destiny, a blueprint of purpose, a glimpse of what I created you to do. And even though you buried it, even though you tried to move on, even though you attempted to forget, it has been growing underground. Roots have been spreading in the darkness. Foundations have been forming beneath the surface. Strength has been building in the hidden place.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. And now, right now, in this season, that dream is about to break through the soil. You are going to see signs of it soon. A conversation that reignites the vision, an opportunity that appears out of nowhere, a door that opens when you are not even knocking, a person who speaks life into the dream you thought was dead, a moment of clarity that brings the vision back into focus. Do not dismiss it. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not let fear or doubt or the opinions of others keep you from stepping toward it, because this is the moment I have been preparing you for. This is the door I have been holding open. This is the invitation I have been extending. And if you will trust me enough to walk through it, you are going to step into a season of your life that is beyond anything you could have planned or orchestrated on your own. But here's what you need to understand. The dream I am resurrecting is not going to look exactly like you imagined. It is going to be better, because your vision was limited by what you could see with natural eyes. My vision is shaped by eternal perspective. You were thinking about success. I am thinking about significance. You were thinking about comfort. I am thinking about impact. You were thinking about your life. I am thinking about generations. You were thinking about what would make you happy. I am thinking about what will bring you fulfillment. You were thinking about what you want. I am thinking about what you need. And what you need is so much greater than what you want. What I have planned for you is so much more significant than what you planned for yourself. What I am building in your life is so much more lasting than what you were trying to construct on your own. So when the dream begins to unfold, do not be surprised if it looks different than you expected. Do not be disappointed if it does not match the exact picture you had in your mind. Trust me. Trust that I know what I am doing. Trust that my plan is better than yours. Trust that my timing is perfect. Trust that my way is higher than your way. Trust that what I am building will last when everything else fades. Trust that I am not just interested in your temporary happiness, but in your eternal fruitfulness. Trust that I love you too much to give you what you want when what you need is something greater. I want to speak specifically to what is coming into your life, not vague promises that could apply to anyone, not general blessings that sound nice but remain abstract. Specific things that you will be able to identify and recognize when they manifest. Concrete changes that you will see with your own eyes and experience in your own life. Things that will happen soon enough that you will remember this moment and know without doubt that I spoke them before they occurred. In the area of your health, I am reversing conditions that doctors said were permanent. I am healing organs that have been malfunctioning. I am restoring systems that have been breaking down. I am repairing damage that was done years ago. I am touching places in your body that have been sources of pain and bringing relief. I am correcting imbalances that have been causing chronic symptoms. I am strengthening areas that have been weak. I am renewing systems that have been depleted. You are going to wake up one morning soon and realize that a symptom you have lived with for years is gone. You are going to notice that pain you were so accustomed to has disappeared. You are going to discover that you have energy you haven't had in a long time. You are going to feel strength returning to places that have been weak. This is not wishful thinking. This is not positive confession disconnected from reality. This is prophetic declaration backed by my power. Your body is responding to my word right now. Healing is being released into your physical frame.
As you hear these words, restoration is beginning at a cellular level, and in the coming days and weeks, you are going to have tangible evidence that I am the God who heals. In the area of your finances, debts that have been crushing you are about to be eliminated, not through your striving, not through working 3 jobs and sacrificing your health and neglecting your family, but through supernatural provision, an unexpected check, a debt that is forgiven, an opportunity that pays more than you were making before, a gift from someone who doesn't even know your need, a settlement you were not expecting, a refund you had forgotten about, an opening in an industry you had not considered. Resources are being redirected toward you right now. People who have money are being prompted by my spirit to sow into your life. Organizations that have budgets are being positioned to release provision in your direction. Opportunities that have been hidden are being revealed. Doors that have been locked are being opened. And you are going to see your financial situation shift dramatically. Not because you manipulated it, not because you worked some formula, not because you got lucky, but because I am your provider. I own everything. All the wealth in the world belongs to me, and I am more than capable of meeting every legitimate need you have. So I am moving resources right now. I am orchestrating provision. I am opening streams of income that have been blocked, and you are going to experience breakthrough in your finances that cannot be explained by natural means. In the area of your relationships, the distance between you and the people you love is closing. Hearts that have been hard are softening. Walls that have been built are crumbling. Communication that has been shut down is about to open back up. Misunderstandings that have created division are about to be clarified.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. Offenses that have caused separation are about to be forgiven. Pain that has kept you distant is about to be healed. I am orchestrating conversations that will lead to restoration. I am arranging encounters that will lead to reconciliation. I am softening hearts that have been hardened by years of hurt. I am opening eyes that have been blinded by pain. I am speaking to the people you love in ways they can hear. I am working in their hearts even when you cannot see any evidence of change. Relationships that you thought were dead are about to be resurrected. Connections that seemed broken beyond repair are about to be restored. And new relationships, healthy, life-giving, God-ordained relationships are about to enter your life. People who see you, people who value you, people who appreciate you, people who are going in the same direction you're going, people who will walk with you, pray with you, fight for you, celebrate with you. You are not going to be isolated anymore. You are not going to be alone anymore. You are not going to lack meaningful connection anymore. I am bringing people into your life who are assigned to your destiny, aligned with your purpose, and anointed for your season. In the area of your purpose, clarity is coming. The confusion that has clouded your vision is lifting. The fog that has obscured your path is clearing. The uncertainty that has paralyzed your decisions is being replaced with confidence. You are about to understand what you were created to do, not in a vague general sense, but with specific, actionable direction. You will know what steps to take. You will know what doors to walk through. You will know what to say yes to and what to say no to. You will know who to connect with and who to distance yourself from. You will know what to focus on and what to release. The fog is clearing. The path is being illuminated, and you are about to walk forward with confidence you have not had in years. You have been wandering, but the wandering is ending. You have been drifting, but the drifting is stopping. You have been uncertain, but clarity is coming. And when it comes, you are going to move with decisiveness, with boldness, with conviction. You are going to know beyond any doubt that you are on the right path, moving in the right direction, aligned with my will, and positioned for breakthrough. In the area of your purpose, tormenting thoughts are being silenced, anxious patterns are being broken, depressive cycles are being interrupted, obsessive loops are being dismantled. Peace that you have not experienced in years is flooding your mental space right now. You are going to be able to sleep without racing thoughts keeping you awake. You are going to be able to rest without anxiety robbing your peace. You are going to be able to think clearly without confusion clouding your judgment. You are going to be able to focus without distraction pulling you in 1,000 directions. Your mind is being renewed right now. Old patterns are being replaced with new ones. Toxic thought cycles are being broken. Lies you have believed for years are being exposed and expelled, and truth is taking root in the soil of your consciousness. You are going to think differently, see differently, process differently, respond differently, because I am giving you the mind of Christ. I am transforming your thinking. I am renewing your mental patterns, and you are going to experience mental and emotional health that you have not known in a very long time. These are not hopeful wishes. These are not vague possibilities. These are declarations of what is happening in the spiritual realm right now, and they will manifest in your physical reality soon, very soon, sooner than you think. Watch for them, expect them, position yourself to receive them, and when they show up, when the healing manifests, when the provision arrives, when the relationship restores, when the clarity comes, when the peace settles, give me the glory. Tell people what I did. Share your testimony. Let your life be evidence that I am real, that I am active, that I am involved, that I still move in power, that I still answer prayer, that I still perform miracles, that I still keep my promises. Now I want to talk to you about time. You have been feeling like you are running out of it, like you are behind, like you missed your window, like your best years are behind you. You look at where you are and compare it to where you thought you would be, and the gap feels unbearable. You see people younger than you accomplishing things you have not accomplished. You see people who started after you finishing before you. You see people with less experience getting opportunities you've been working toward for years. And you wonder, what is wrong with me? Why am I stuck? Why does everyone else seem to be moving forward while I am still in the same place? Why have doors opened for others but remained closed for me? Why have blessings flowed to people around me while I have been waiting and waiting and waiting with nothing to show for it? Let me shatter that lie right now. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not running out of time. You are not past your prime. You are not over the hill. You are not beyond your season. You are exactly where I need you to be in this moment.
The middle-aged man, with a slightly hoarse voice and a hint of anger, possessed considerable knowledge. The timeline you created in your mind was based on human logic and cultural expectations and comparison with others. My timeline is based on eternal purpose and divine strategy and your unique design. I do not measure your life in years. I measure it in impact. I do not calculate success by how quickly you reach certain milestones. I calculate fruitfulness by how deeply rooted you are when the season of harvest arrives. And sometimes the greatest impact requires the longest preparation. Sometimes the most significant fruitfulness requires the deepest roots. Sometimes the highest levels of authority require the most extensive training. You have not been delayed. You have been developed. You have not been sidelined. You have been prepared. You have not been forgotten. You have been refined. David was anointed king when he was a teenager, but he did not sit on the throne until he was 30. Was he late? No, he was being prepared. Joseph had a dream of leadership when he was 17, but he did not step into that role until he was 30. Was he behind? No, he was being positioned. Moses was called to deliver Israel when he was a young man, but he did not lead them out of Egypt until he was 80. Was he too old? No, he was finally ready. Abraham received the promise of a son when he was 75, but Isaac was not born until Abraham was 100. Was the promise delayed? No, it was on time. My time, and my time is always perfect. You have been in a season of preparation. I know it has felt long. I know it has felt hard. I know you have wondered if it will ever end. I know you have questioned whether I forgot about you. I know you have been tempted to believe that the promise died, that the dream was a fantasy, that your hope was misplaced. But none of that is true. I have not forgotten. The promise is not dead. The dream is still alive. Your hope is not misplaced. I have been working the entire time. Every delay was development. Every closed door was protection. Every setback was setup. Every loss was actually positioning. Every painful season was preparation. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Nothing was meaningless. Every single thing you walked through was part of the process of getting you ready for what I am about to release you into. And now, the preparation is almost complete. The waiting is almost over. The development season is coming to an end, and you are about to step into a season of acceleration. Things that used to take years will take months. Doors that used to require striving will swing open effortlessly. Favor that you used to have to chase will chase you. Resources that used to be scarce will become abundant. Connections that used to be difficult to make will happen naturally. Growth that used to feel slow and incremental will become rapid and exponential. Because acceleration is the reward for endurance. Breakthrough is the fruit of faithfulness. Harvest is the result of patience. You stayed. You did not quit. You did not give up. You did not walk away. You kept believing when nothing made sense. You kept praying when heaven seemed silent. You kept trusting when circumstances screamed that I had abandoned you. And because you stayed, because you endured, because you held on, you are about to see me move in ways that will make up for every delay, restore every lost season, and exceed every expectation. But in this season of acceleration, do not forget the lessons you learned in the waiting. Do not forget the intimacy you developed in the wilderness. Do not forget the character you built in the darkness. Do not forget the dependency on me that grew when you had nothing and no one else to rely on. Because those things are your foundation. Those things are your strength. Those things are what will enable you to sustain what I am about to give you. Many people pray for increase but are not prepared to handle it. Many people ask for promotion but don't have the character to sustain it. Many people beg for breakthrough but aren't rooted deeply enough to remain standing when blessing comes. But you are different. You have been prepared. You have been rooted. You have been established. And what I am about to release into your life, you will be able to carry with humility, steward with wisdom, and sustain for the long term. So stay rooted, stay humble, stay dependent on me, because everything flows from that place. Everything grows from that foundation. Everything is sustained by that connection. I want to address something else. There is a conversation you need to have, a truth you need to speak, a boundary you need to set, a decision you need to make, and you have been putting it off because you are afraid of how the other person will respond. You are afraid they will be hurt, angry, rejecting, offended. You are afraid the relationship will be damaged, the connection will be severed, the peace will be disturbed. So you have kept quiet. You have swallowed your words. You have shrunk yourself to keep the peace. You have tolerated what should not be tolerated. You have accepted what should not be accepted. you have allowed what should not be allowed. And that false peace, that fake harmony, that pretend unity is costing you your voice, your identity, your freedom, your joy.
The Yelth, you are dying inside to keep things comfortable on the outside. You are sacrificing your well-being to avoid confrontation. You are shrinking your soul to maintain a relationship that is draining your life. And I am asking you to speak up. I am not asking you to be harsh. I am not asking you to be cruel. I am not asking you to attack or demean or destroy. I am asking you to be honest, to say what needs to be said with love and clarity, to set the boundary that needs to be set without guilt or apology, to make the decision that needs to be made without fear of rejection, to honor yourself enough to stop tolerating what dishonors you, to value yourself enough to stop accepting what devalues you, to love yourself enough to stop allowing what harms you. Yes, the other person might be upset. They might not understand. They might accuse you of being selfish or unloving or unchristian. They might even walk away, but their response is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is obedience. And I am asking you to obey by speaking the truth you have been holding back, by setting the boundary you have been avoiding, by making the decision you have been postponing. When you do, something is going to break off your life. A weight you have been carrying is going to lift. A fear you have been bowing to is going to lose its power. A pattern you have been repeating is going to come to an end. A cycle you have been trapped in is going to be broken, and you're going to feel a freedom you have not felt in years. You're going to breathe deeper, sleep better, think clearer, stand taller, and you are going to wonder why you waited so long to do what you knew needed to be done. So do not delay any longer. Have the conversation, speak the truth, set the boundary, make the decision, and trust that I will handle the outcome. Trust that I will protect what needs to be protected. Trust that I will restore what can be restored. Trust that I will remove what needs to be removed. Trust that I am working for your good even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it looks messy, even when it seems like everything is falling apart. Sometimes things have to fall apart so they can fall together in the right way. Sometimes relationships have to be shaken so that what is real can remain and what is false can be exposed. Sometimes structures have to be dismantled so that something healthier can be built. Trust the process. Trust my hand. Trust that I know what I am doing. Now I need to speak to you about warfare, because there is a battle happening in the spiritual realm right now, and I need you to be aware of it. You are not just dealing with flesh and blood. You are not just fighting against circumstances or people or your own weaknesses. You are in a spiritual war, and there is an enemy who has been assigned to your life. His job is to steal, kill, and destroy. He has been working overtime to take you out. He has been whispering lies into your thoughts. He has been orchestrating setbacks in your circumstances. He has been planting doubt in your heart. He has been stirring up conflict in your relationships. He has been delaying breakthrough in your situation. And he has been doing it with one goal: to get you to quit, to get you to walk away from me, to get you to give up on the dream, abandon the calling, forsake the purpose I placed inside you. He knows what you carry. He knows what you are capable of. He knows the threat you pose to his kingdom, and he is terrified of what will happen when you fully step into your identity and authority. So he has launched attack after attack: financial pressure to make you anxious, relational conflict to make you isolated, physical symptoms to make you weak, mental torment to make you confused, spiritual oppression to make you feel distant from me. He has used every weapon in his arsenal. He has pulled out every strategy in his playbook. He has thrown everything he has at you.
And I will be honest, some of his attacks have landed. Some of his lies have taken root. Some of his schemes have worked. You have felt the impact. You have experienced the pain. You have walked through seasons where it felt like you were under siege with no relief in sight. But here is what the enemy did not count on. He did not count on me. He did not count on my faithfulness. He did not count on my power. He did not count on my love for you. He did not count on my commitment to complete what I started in you. He thought if he hit you hard enough, you would break. He thought if he attacked you long enough, you would quit. He thought if he lied to you loud enough, you would believe him. But he was wrong. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still believing. You are still fighting. And that terrifies him, because he has thrown everything at you and you are still standing. He has launched his best attacks and you are still here. He has deployed his most effective lies and you still believe my truth. He has tried to isolate you and you are still connected to me. He has tried to destroy you and you are still alive. And now his time is up. Now the tables are turning. Now the battle is shifting, because I am stepping into the fight in a way that he cannot withstand. I am releasing my power in a way that he cannot resist. I am moving on your behalf in a way that he cannot stop.
Every weapon he has formed against you is being dismantled right now. Every plan he has set in motion is being reversed. Every lie he has whispered is being silenced. Every attack he has launched is being turned into a setup for your promotion, because I am not just your father. I am your defender. I am your protector. I am your warrior. And no one touches my children without answering to me. So let me speak directly to the forces that have been attacking you. Every spirit of fear that has been tormenting you, your assignment is canceled. Every spirit of anxiety that has been stealing your peace, you are expelled. Every spirit of confusion that has been clouding your mind, you are broken. Every spirit of depression that has been weighing you down, you are cast out. Every spirit of doubt that has been undermining your faith, you are silenced. Every spirit of delay that has been blocking your breakthrough, you are removed. Every spirit of division that has been destroying your relationships, you are bound. Every spirit of poverty that has been limiting your provision, you are shattered. Every spirit of infirmity that has been attacking your health, you are defeated. Every spirit of shame that has been condemning you, you are abolished. I am releasing angels right now to surround this person, to protect them, to fight on their behalf. I am dispatching warriors from my throne room to take up position around their life. I am sending reinforcements to push back the demonic forces that have been pressing in, and I'm declaring that no weapon formed against them will prosper. Not one, not now, not ever. Did you feel that? Something just shifted in the atmosphere around you. The heaviness you were feeling just lifted. The oppression that was pressing down just broke off. The fog that was clouding your thinking just cleared. The weight that was sitting on your chest just dissolved. That was not your imagination. That was the spiritual realm responding to my word. That was demonic forces being expelled. That was oppression being broken. That was captivity being ended. And what just happened is going to manifest in your physical reality in the coming days. You are going to notice a change, a lightness, a clarity, a peace that you have not felt in a long time. Sleep is going to improve. Anxiety is going to decrease. Thoughts are going to clear. Energy is going to return. Hope is going to rise. Faith is going to strengthen. And you are going to know without a doubt that I showed up, that I fought for you, that I kept my promise, that I did not abandon you, that I was with you the whole time, even when you could not feel me, even when you could not see me,
even when you wondered if I was paying attention. Now, let me take you to a place of rest, because I know this has been intense. I know I have been unpacking things that have been buried for years. I know you came into this moment feeling heavy, and I have been addressing issues, exposing lies, breaking chains, releasing truth. So just breathe for a moment. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. Let the tension release. You are safe here. You are held here. You are loved here. And I am not going to rush you. I am not going to push you. I'm just going to sit with you for a moment and let you feel my presence. You do not have to be strong right now. You do not have to have it all together. You do not have to perform or prove or pretend. Just be. Just rest. Just receive. Because my love for you is not based on your productivity. It is not contingent on your performance. It is not earned by your good behavior. My love is unconditional, unchanging, unshakable, and nothing you do or fail to do will ever change it. I know you have been trying so hard, trying to fix things, trying to control outcomes, trying to manage every detail, trying to keep all the plates spinning, trying to meet everyone's expectations, trying to prove your worth, trying to earn approval, trying to maintain appearances, and you are exhausted, bone-deep exhausted, soul-tired, weary in a way that sleep doesn't fix and vacations don't resolve. So, I'm inviting you to stop. Stop striving, stop controlling, stop carrying what I never asked you to carry. Stop managing what I never assigned you to manage. Stop fixing what I'm capable of fixing. Give it to me. All of it. The worry, the fear, the responsibility, the pressure, the need to have all the answers, the burden to make everything work, the demand to be everything to everyone. Give it to me and let me carry it, because I am strong enough. I am capable enough. I am faithful enough. And I want you to experience what it feels like to live in rest instead of striving, in peace instead of panic, in trust instead of anxiety. Rest does not mean doing nothing. Rest means trusting me while you do what I ask. It means moving forward with confidence instead of anxiety. It means acting from a place of security instead of insecurity. And I am bringing you into that kind of rest right now. You are going to learn to live from a place of trust, a place of surrender, a place of dependence on me.